Right. Let me go to the second foreign friend, who is Reber Dominique. Reber Dominique is the FIPRA chairman. He's actually, it's a public affair network. And also, he's a partner in Switzerland, in Hitzel Neef Schmidt Consultant in Switzerland. He's a very good friend. He adores Greece. I know very well about that. And I give a big thanks to him. And we are ready to hear from you a few things that it's interesting for all of us. Go on, Dominique. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anthony. It's a pleasure being with you, and I feel very much honored to talk to you this afternoon. So I did my sailing license open sea. The 1000th mile was at Cap Sunion, so really at the place that is close to my heart. And actually, Anthony, if you can see, this is the tie that you offered to me when we were together in Mykonos. Yeah. So it's this is a little bit showing my love for your country.
Right.
So actually, you're right. The FIPRA network that I'm representing since July in a new role, when we started the complete reorganization of a network with more than 50 countries, was done during and through the COVID crisis. Actually, myself, I'm in self-quarantine per today because I will have to go testing on Saturday, as I met a friend yesterday who was tested positive this morning. So we're actually really the crisis is very close also. I have prepared some short slides to give you an overview on how we link in a professional public affairs network, which means lobbyist network, how we link to ethics and business ethics in such a challenging period of time. So if you allow, I will share my screen and I will show some short slides to give you an overview about the actual situation and how we see it. Small contribution to this wonderful award conference. I hope that you can see my screen now. It's shared. The FIPRA network is a global network of public affairs agencies that are all owner-led and independent, which means we are very much linked to the countries we're working in. This allows us also to understand very closely the needs of business in every legislation we're working in. Like what we try to do is we try to develop a global business culture. And that we do it together because we need to be agile and flexible in understanding the needs of our clients. As you can see, our reach is not only in Europe, where we cover all member states, but it's also on a global scale on practically every continent, with a growing network in Asia, where business is really strong. And coming back also after COVID, our colleagues from China, when we talk with them, they really give us hope that this crisis can be overcome. What we do, and that is why I show this picture since July during this crisis, we have reformed our network and we have built stronger shoulders, which means actually per today, we have a board with people from all over the world representing the interest of the network. This is also a reaction to the actual situation where we cannot allow ourselves to just rely on an ivory tower thinking, but where we need to have in place in every region people who understand the needs of the market and who understand the business behaviors. So we have also organized in regional leads for Europe, Asia, where we have a co-lead because it's a fairly complex situation, Africa, Middle East, and the Americas. Now, let me share some thoughts on today's challenges and opportunities arising in 2020, leading us into 2021. In our view, the influence of governments on business is on the rise. There is a tougher regulation, there is more belief in government's regulation than there was before. Global issues of business relevance are more and more intertwined with government's regulation when it comes to human rights, when it comes to ecological topics, but also when it comes to social sustainability topics like ESG regulation or ESG related regulations in finance. COVID-19 regulations are from country to country, from continent to continent, very much different. This leads to a lot of inequalities and a lot of needs from businesses to intervene with governments. So you can imagine that conflicts on ethical behavior are very much day-to-day business today. Actually, also recession is knocking on the door in many legislations. Also, this pressure is creating a lot of conflict zones when it comes to ethical behavior. But there is also light at the horizon. On the 1st of July, the whole continent of Africa created a free trade area that will allow to behave more consistently and more coherently in 54 countries. The same is happening at the moment in Asia. RCEP, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, is made up of 10 Southeast Asian countries, as well as South Korea, China, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand, creating the largest free trade zone on the globe. Also an approach that will lead to a more coherent, consistent, and also more easy to handle zone for business. What we also see is that standards are important. We need to live global standards if we want to talk about ethical behavior. We need also to respect the cultural background, but still we need to make sure, and this is something that is very close to our owner-led agencies all over the globe, that international standards are respected whatever cultural background there is. A lot of our work with our clients is to educate them about ethical business behavior when it comes to political lobbying. Imagine the situation of a Chinese agency or a Chinese company coming to Europe, coming to Brussels, and not understanding how democracy works. This is day-to-day business that we handle. My personal experience is, if you want to talk about business ethics in an international sphere, it's very important that you can link with personalities. And that is why in our board or in our system, we have created a quality and ethics process when it comes to onboarding new units, when it comes to conflict resolution between countries, units, or clients, when it comes to quality issues, when it comes to offboarding of units, and when we review standards, and when we review contracts with units. To do so, we rely very much on personalities. And I can only tell you that for Greece, this is Antonis. He is like the leader for us when it comes to Greece, giving us a good feeling about with whom to work, and how to be on an ethical level that is internationally not only acceptable, but best in class. In our network, though, we have a team of 8 people, also from all over the world, looking into the processes, how we work, the standard agreements, the onboarding, the offboarding, and conflicts. They are our experts, and I rely on those personalities to make sure that we can achieve the highest standards. So my summary for this short presentation on this wonderful afternoon with all of you is, my feeling is that business ethics becomes even more relevant since we are seeing a world that is more and more linked and at the same time more and more fragmented. Compliance is a key fundament to business ethics, and it must be enshrined in corporations and in contracts, of course. Trust must at the same time be a fundament, and quality checks must be done through experienced experts, people who really understand what is going on. Personality is a key to success. In my view, a quality approach means building on experience of experts and not on compliance only. It's too short-sighted to go just on compliance, to build on compliance, to fill in forms, to fill in checkboxes, to tick them, and to ignore the element of experts that need to do a quality check. And my belief is that complexity can only be handled with experience. And that is what, at the moment, I am very much working on. I thank you very much for your attention. I hope it was not too boring. And I hand back to my friend Antonis for the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much. Just an information to most of our Greek colleagues that Dominique, in my opinion, is very good in public affairs, probably one of the best in Europe. And yes. And we are proud that we have a Dominique as a head of FIPRA worldwide since a couple of months ago. He has a very clear vision. And in my thinking is that he wants FIPRA to become one of the best public affairs in the world. And really from my heart, deep of my heart, congratulations of what you have done in the last couple of months, and thank you for your time to give us this nice speech. Thank you very much, Dominique. Thank you. All the best. Thank you.